He's getting out of Los Angeles with its chronic homeless problem. They have an education problem too. No classroom learning for LA's kids until next year. And they're cutting the police budget while crime is rising. And does anyone doubt that California will be raising taxes? People are voting with their feet. That was me ranting in an editorial yesterday on Joe Rogan's move from California to Texas. Paul Chabot is with us. He's the founder of Conservative Move, an organization that helps people move to more conservative states like Texas. How's business, Paul?
Thanks, Stuart, for having me back. Great to be back with your viewers. Business is booming. We've been around now for 3 years after starting this initiative. We literally have thousands of Americans across the country reaching out to us daily, working in about 40 different states. Our team has grown to about 400 referral agents across the country. And Stuart, it's the same story. Americans are fed up living in these deep blue states, feeling like they're being abused by radical leftist policies, and they're moving to places like Texas, Tennessee, Idaho, South Carolina, and the migration has only picked up in recent months as well.
How many of those people who come to you and say, we would like to move, how many of them do actually move?
Well, you have different subgroups. You have families with young kids that are making the move immediately. They're worried about the future. You have retirees that have just retired and are making the move. And then you have this other subgroup, those that are planning. I'll give you a very personal story, which was very emotional for my wife and I to deal with. We had a police officer come out here to Texas this past weekend with his family, wife and 4 kids. He works in California as a police officer. He felt like he had to get his wife and kids out of that state. They bought a house here in Texas, but he still has 3 more years to retire. So he's going to be flying back and living in California and working those shifts and then coming home occasionally. And it reminded me of being in the military when I went to Iraq. You know, going overseas to fight for your country. He's still going to hold on to his job so he can earn that retirement, but he's setting his family up for success in a state like Texas where they can be safe.
Well, we hear a lot about this. Paul, thanks very much for joining us and keeping us up to speed on your movement. Very interesting indeed. Paul Chabot. Thank you, sir. See you again soon.
Got it.